going viral, dunking on people. Like, listen, life is good in the city of Louisville right now. Life is good to be a Louisville Cardinal fan. And there is zero complaints other than that piss water you just took a drink of. That looked awful. That looks terrible.
Oh, God, dude. It looks like rainwater. I guess, like, if you pretend it's
rainwater on what planet?
Like on a rusty roof. I mean, I guess it looks like iced tea.
Water looks like that.
Dude, it
pond water.
Brown at your house?
I don't know, puddle water, I guess. You're right. I should, puddle water.
I mean, listen, the chemtrails have gotten bad, but I don't know if they've even gotten that bad.
you know what made me so quickly say rainwater, like go to what planet? I had my morning timed out perfect, right? I did that extra sleep. You know, the hey, I'm not getting up because I'm tired. I mean, I know you can understand.
Oh yeah, no, that's my MO. I did the opposite. I woke up early, felt great, and was like, no, like I got time. Let's take a little bit more sleep. And then I woke up feeling like crap. No, should have woke up when I was feeling good.
I made a strategic move this morning to stay there and lay back down. Actually, get the extra blanket, the extra weighted blanket.
Oh, you did the weighted blanket sleep.
Just to make sure that I did not move. I did the burrito in the extra weighted blanket, timed it out perfectly. Everything was going perfect. Got my stuff ready to get out the door, packed up my waters, my notepad, my headphone, everything's ready to go. And Chronicles of Riddick was on the computer.
Okay.
And he was just at the beginning trying to find out what kind of demon is in that little water that'll take your head off. So he was just busy, and I just stopped, and I just wanted to see him kick some ass for a couple seconds. And he never lets me down. Chronicles of Riddick is a good movie. If you've never seen it, go watch it. So that cost me about 6 to 8 minutes behind, put me behind schedule. But outside of that, good transition. Traffic participated. Was the traffic good?
Yeah, my traffic was great. Yeah, I got right on in here. I dropped off Xavier at school. I stopped. I've been doing a little better health wise and stuff because I've been just feeling better. So I've been boxing now over Title Boxing with Lieberman.
Give him a shout out.
And you're gonna hear a lot about Title Boxing on the show because it was it's one thing when you go in and I'm not doing a advertisement right now. You'll hear it later, but when you go in and you do something and you really believe in it, when you're like, okay, that was awesome. Like I'm still sore. Like, I was going to do one yesterday, but I was like, nah, I need one more day. So I'm going back today. But no, I've been feeling good. So anyways, I stopped. I got me a iced coffee from our friends over at Chick-fil-A. It was fantastic.
Chick-fil-A has iced coffee?
It's really good.
Okay, I didn't know.
It's really good. Now it's a little more coffee. You might like it. It's a little more coffee tasting.
I'll never drink coffee again, Steve.
It's not
I'm done with coffee forever.
Well, it's not. When I'm just making it clear, it's not my syrups.
It's coffee. Bitter. Yeah, it's bitter.
Yeah,
it's more bitter.
A little more coffee, but it's very good. It almost tastes like a light frosty, like a Wendy's frosty with but have.
One time,
that's a terrible explanation.
One time I made Jell-O pudding at my grandma's house, right? And I just happened to read I didn't realize there was a specialty recipe that was on the on the paper, right?
Yeah.
And I remember my grandma going, "What the hell you need coffee for to make chocolate pudding?" Right?
Yeah.
But listen, the recipe grandma called for like 2 teaspoons of coffee.
Yeah.
Right? It was the best chocolate pudding. And it was like, hi, Grandma. It had a little coffee kick to it and it was awesome.
Yeah.
She probably just said, it tastes like, Roy.
Well, yeah. And you said, okay. And everybody went, ooh.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite video.
You better not have said, okay.
Listen.
All right.
I got busted. I was standing behind my guy, Harry Douglas. We're kicking it. Look, did have a good little conversation with him down there. He's amazing.
That's
I kind of got busted in my Nikes. I went.
Ooh.
I went full dunk low to the game. Yeah. So it's like,
Traitor!
Yeah. It's like, I think I'm a dunk low man
You
now.
fell out.
Yeah. So
no, because Elijah got you to it.
yeah. And then I started winning. He got me the Air Force Ones, I took his Air Force Ones.
You pops Maven them.
And so then now I'm into the dunk lows, so I'm kind of going that route. But it was man, overall, look, it was hot. It was so hot. Just so hot, man. Like, I showered when I got home and I had to just wash places I didn't know I had. It was like, I feel like
all the crevices.
Oh my God, dude. It was
bad.
It wasn't that it was that the heat the heat itself was bad, but there were no clouds in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I would have chemtrailed it up. Just chemtrails everywhere.
That would have been the
day. And I didn't watch. I watched one quarter in the press box, and then I went down. I was like, I'm going down.
So the humidity,
the
humidity was,
there was no breeze.
Mm-hmm.
It was just stagnant air. But yeah, it was great.
Okay, we are 3-0. Was that considered the season opener for you?
Was for me. I mean, now I want credit.
By the way, let me open it up. 8150 93.9 is the number. 3831 93.9 is the text line. Retroactive taking away of credit for the Austin Peay and Jacksonville State. I know it's not allowed. So I was glad you jumped all over it from the beginning. Like, no, I want credit for my opening games.
Yeah.
But yeah, anxiety wise.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It had that feel. Jody Demling said it great after in the post game of or before Mark Ennis, because Mark had a lot of good things too. I'll probably reference today. He was saying after the game, and but Jody said there were times where they looked like a team that was playing their opener, and Georgia Tech looked like a team a couple times that were playing their fifth game. It's like there were a few little mistakes here and there that you're like, Louisville, and was there anything long term? There were a couple for me that I didn't love.
What stands out to you?
What do you mean as far as negative?
As far as what made it look early season, what made
because
here before you dive into it, I'll let you know what process my mind takes. For me, I guess I convinced myself that Marcus, this is going to look like a like an opener.
Sure.
Convince yourself now. Mm-hmm. There's going to be quite a few plays that Georgia Tech is going to look seasoned. So going into the game, I'm waiting for the preseason, early season mistakes, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
When I watch the game, if you're expecting 10 preseason screw ups and you only get 4, somebody who might saw 4 freaked out, and I was like, only 4.
Yeah,
only 4 spots that I looked like a first game. So my energy was probably a lot better than the average person over the limited mistakes. But okay, but go back to where you're going with it.
Yeah, no, it was just, to me, it was okay. For instance, running the football.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think we was as crisp as we could have been running the football. Now, some of that, look, Maurice Turner was out, and while we've been hard on Maurice this year, there's still a loss there. When you lose the guy who's probably
inexperienced,
the most experienced with Donald Chaney. I mean, the rest of them, the other guys are freshmen. Right. Hey, here you go, welcome. This is the ACC. This is Georgia Tech, who's probably a top 6 team in the conference, but when you're talking about interior, they're probably a top 3 team in the conference.
Okay.
So here you go, running backs, losing those guys, or losing him was a deal. So I understand that, but I did think at times we weren't as great run blocking as we've been, so, and some of that I think comes with game too, because game play, over the year. Whereas Georgia Tech was pretty sharp. Like, on their schemes, we were dominating the line of scrimmage defensively. We were getting held majority of the game, but I can't explain that one away. We'll get into the penalty parts because there were some I thought were really egregious, and there were some that probably were back to those mistakes.
Okay, I'll loop back around. I'll circle back around to when you said running game. This segment is a running game segment. 8150 93.9 is the number. 3831 93.9. This is kind of one of the theories of mine. Okay, Donald Chaney. Last week I started to kind of talk about the reappreciation for Maurice Turner, reappreciation for Donald Chaney. Right?
Yes.
I think one of the early first games, I'll call it the first game. If I'm going to refer to Georgia Tech as season opener.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Donald Chaney was not in regular season mode because the holes have been there, obviously there. He did not have to, he didn't have that trust for his line that it's going to be there. So he was tiptoeing a lot headed up to the line.
Yeah.
So when you say defensive or offensive struggles in the run game, I don't necessarily think it was struggles. I think, again, an Austin Peay and a Jacksonville State, and you haven't hit, especially when you say you haven't hit one of the tougher lines you're going to hit this season.
Oh, yeah.
And you get baptized with that in the first couple of games. Donald Chaney, I was sitting there watching it. He didn't really, quote unquote, wake up until he needed that short yardage where he just slammed into it. Once he started, okay, I'm going to go and the hole's going to be there, when I get there. Or I'm going to rely on my ability to move and improvise. Sometimes it's hard to make yourself just just go full speed, of course, because the balance between being a patient running back.
Well, take it a step further. Don Chaney didn't have a carry in the first game, and I think only had a couple in the whatever. Did he get one maybe on that first drive against Jacksonville State?
Right.
So he's not had more than 2 or 3 carries going into that game.
There was a couple of situations where you're like, hey, if you trust your guys and you really get up and, get up to that line and get ready to react.
Yeah.
It's there. I think he was just looking for green, just looking for too much green grass.
Mm-hmm.
And when, like I said, once he got into a little,
it kind of showed in that first play, the very first play.
Mm-hmm.
So you got this big back in Don Chaney, and he
had 3 for 21 yards in Jacksonville State. I'm in your ear. I'm saying this in your ear.
3 carries. So he had 3 carries going into that game. Okay. Then the first play, you kind of see him.
Been a good on air.
Yeah, that'd been a great. Like
you don't have to sneak.
All right, sorry. Yeah, I'm saying it in your ear. No, he had 3 carries in the Jacksonville
just
State
as
game.
Much right to be a contributor to this show.
You actually
21
had
yards.
something good to contribute to the show.
Well, I wanted to.
That's the time
I was trying to make you sound good, so I was trying to put it in your ear.
In the ear. Yeah. So that's
3 carries, 21 yards against Jacksonville State. Don Chaney,
man. No, thank you. Appreciate that. But he breaks through, and then he's kind of like weaving, and now he's breaking outside. So to your point, where it's like, just lower your shoulder. Let's go. You're a punishing back.
Yeah, that's what we need, punishing back. We need
and
vertical
our
back.
Freshmen were a little freshmanish in that game. Duke Watson got some run. Kewan wasn't bad because he
ran hard.
And he's a redshirt.
You gotta get low, y'all. Lower yourself.
Yeah.
See,
and guys were slipping. I think Kewan was going to score.
Coach Brohm was going to. Did you see Coach Brom's face? Oh, you did.
No,
you haven't back. Oh
no, because I was
slipped
right there where Kewan Brown slipped on the goal line. I was standing right there, so I didn't see the coaches. I went down for the second quarter and was watching right there, and I'm watching it. And when he gets it, I'm like, oh, I think he's got it.
Nothing but grass.
Yeah, well, and there was one dude.
Yeah, one guy. Yep.
But I trust Kewan Brown.
You gotta make that guy miss.
Yeah, or run him over. Like I felt good right there, and then he slips, and it was like, It's like, oh.
But again, he slipped looking for green grass. I'm going to love
cutting back inside.
Yes, I'm going to love getting in the film room and say, all you guys, that it's again, I talk about it. I empathize with these young fellas. I empathize with not doing the right natural, or I'm sorry, the unnatural right thing.
Yeah.
The unnatural right thing to do is to lower your head and go, take it vertical, get low and get vertical quick, right?
Yeah.
But when you see green grass, and when you saw green grass against Jacksonville State and you burned them, and you saw green grass against Austin Peay and you burned them, and we running these drills, and you see all this open, you're looking for open field.
Right.
You could see all that open field on the inside, but that made him lose his angle.
Yeah.
By looking for that. And listen, you're going to Notre Dame. Notre Dame got turf now.
Yeah. Notre Dame's, nobody has it anymore. Turf is dead. Grass is dead.
Grass.
Yeah. Turf has taken over the world.
Grass is coming back.
It probably should.
Just ask Jalen Reeves, maybe the NFLPA president.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably should.
How many college places have grass?
I don't know, not many, man. I mean, we were at. Even Bullet East was at Central. Shout out to Central. It was a good game, man. That running back, he is so good, man. He sold me. He sold me. He can play at any level. But it was like they still had grass because something had messed up. They were supposed to get turf. There's like even the schools here are turf now.
Point being, Coach Brohm's gonna kill him.
Okay.
He was, listen, when you go back and watch it, he's like, it was one of those, like, he's gonna redshirt you.
You're done.
He's gonna redshirt you again.
Yep.
If he has to do something to you to cause you a medical red shirt.
Yeah.
In game 1.
Kid, you're done.
I'm like, Coach, you are going to blow a gasket. But then when I saw how mad Coach Brohm was, I went back into Bobby Petrino mode.
Yeah.
I went back into Denny Crum turning around to the crowd against Oregon and saying, that's why he's not in the game. It broke my heart when he said that, Steve. But listen, that was one of those Jeff Brohm, like, listen, I went from being mad at Kewan Brown on that clip to once I saw Jeff Brown's face, I was like, I feel you, Coach.
Yeah.
I drew this play up, Steve, to get you out here in all this space. Linebackers out the way, there's no help. You're out here by yourself. You have 4 yards to the left, 4 yards to the right, and I need you to get into that end zone. And he just slips down.
Yeah, and like you said, man, it was one of those.
But then, wait, real quick. Yeah. But then I go over there and yell at Chaney. I also do that one. One of the most unfair things that happen in all of sports. When Kewan slips, I go over there to Donald Chaney and say, that's your fault.
Yeah.
That is your fault.
Yeah, he watched you.
Yep.
He should have ran that dude because I'm telling you, man, Kewan Brown could have caught that ball and he could have made a beeline to there. And if at worst, he was going to be on the 1 yard line. You know what I'm saying?
That's your fault. And you're supposed to be my goal line running back anyway.
Yeah.
Why aren't you in there? Why?
He's like, Coach, I don't know. I'm standing right here.
And that's your fault too.
Well, you're stupid.
You'd have scored before.
Yeah. Hey, I will say Isaac, I thought ran hard. I thought Duke Watson did some good things when he was in there, even though I don't know if he ended up with a carry. But
percentage of running back versus line of scrimmage. Who, if you were going to demand more, like, of course we demand more from everybody. Who are you demand more of in that one? Who gets the wag of the finger?
I always start at the line. That's just my thing, man. I feel like anytime, I feel like running backs want to hit the hole hard. So I start with the lineman. And then I say, okay, if you don't like what they did, you got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more push. Now, granted, like I said, the one thing in the trenches, Georgia Tech's very good on both sides of the ball. I understand that. That doesn't bother me, like, as a whole. But yeah, I start there because I even go back.
And it was their 5th game.
Yeah, and it was their 5th game. But I mean, I even go back to and listen, and I could blame Jeff Brohm here, and maybe I will. I don't know. Point. Yeah, at some point, but the safety. I was watching that play with a former card, right? I won't say his name, just so, but and like because it was a little criticism, but and we both love Brohm, love Brohm. You know, he played or Brohm, whatever. Like, and it's like
you knew that he was not going to just do a tush push, didn't you?
Well,
I was hoping he would tush push his way off the line. But once
we were both standing
he started
there
moving,
saying,
I'm like, he's not.
We were both standing right there, though, saying, "All right, big guys, big boys. It's where you make your money."
Sneak me out.
And then when he ran a pass, I almost look at the line and go, "I should blame him, but I'm not. I'm gonna blame you because I'm gonna assume he's such a good coach that he didn't feel like he could run the ball there. So I blame you. So take that personally." And let me be clear. I'm saying I think our line's good. Like, I think Tyler Shuck had plenty of time. There's a reason Tyler Shuck has we're going to get to Tyler Shuck. Okay. But there's a reason why he stays up on his feet. I mean, some of his percentages are so good because I think the line does him well. But I would still challenge them there. He should have been no-brainer. He should have been like, oh, we're lining up running the football. Like I said, I could blame Brohm, but I told y'all when we hired him, I'm like, y'all think I'm bad with Kenny Payne. I don't care. I don't even like him. Imagine I love like with Brohm. He's going to do no wrong for me. So you just have to get over that. So I'm not going to blame him here.
Right.
I'm going to assume with my O-line, I'm going to say he didn't feel comfortable running it. Now, why is that? And I want to challenge them going into Notre Dame. You know, but yeah.
Here's the reason I say that. It's in his bloodline. Okay, 4th and short.
That's a funny text. Sorry, I'm going to get to all the texts. Just
4th and short, 4th and 1.
Yeah.
You know good and well what play was coming, Steve. Play action.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows.
No, I sounded like the smartest man in the world.
I know. I guarantee you.
I'm standing. Look, I'm
Nikki.
I feel like I'm doing this a lot.
Steve and I have sat beside each other.
Oh, yeah.
On 4th and shorts. I bet at least 8 times in our lives.
Yes.
In 4th and shorts. We knew between Bobby and Jeff, we know exactly the play that's coming.
I got a couple police officers down there that I'm friends with, I've became friends with over the years, and one of them was standing there, and I tapped him. And thank God for the LMPD there on the sidelines because they just let me hit them and tap them, and I'm like, they have guns and everything, and I'm just and I'm touching them all over, you know. They're just like, please get off me. But anyway, I'm tapping him. I'm going. It's the running back out of the backfield. And it's sure enough, boom.
So Nikki, what he is you put a fullback, running back, and on 4th and shorts with these coaches, with the coaching tree, they love to go play action because they know people are always leaning. So they go play action. Running back goes out. Usually tight end goes out. You know, so it gives a right-handed quarterback this same look over and over again. Yeah. It's a 4th and short stable. I'm waiting for us to get busted and not get it. The only way you don't get it is if you get a Jack Plummer who gets the yips. And this is not shade. That running back is open quick. You got to, as soon as the play action, as soon as he breaks out, fullback, sometimes the fullback sneaking out. Sometimes it's the running back going straight out. But it's the same play.
Or a tight end. They line up, they'll double stack tight ends.
They'll mix who does it, but it's the same look. I got this guy quick, got that guy longer, and then I got a drag coming through. It's the same 3 guys. You concentrate on this triangle. One of them's going to be open. So you see that, and here's the problem, Steve. I knew he was going to outthink the room on that goal line.
Yeah,
it was like. You know how you see a guy jog up to the line and maybe a quarterback puts 1 foot back behind him and gets under center, and you say, okay, they're gonna do the tush push, on this play. The Tom Brady, let's get up to the line, go get 4 yards, push him downhill for 4 yards.
Yeah.
As soon as he went, I saw it.
Yeah.
He looked, my quarterback looked to the side. I was like, he's gonna play action this fall.
Well, the mesh had been, I mean, we were just eating, and I know we're kind of doing run game and stuff, but I mean, I will give Jeff Brohm this. That mesh was just eating their man-to-man defense alive.
The drag.
That underneath, like drag.
Okay,
mesh.
do you know what he's talking about when he's saying mesh?
No.
Okay, what he's doing is
follow the play action stuff.
Okay, let's just say 2 wide receivers are running across the field, like right where the linebackers are, right?
Okay,
and let's just say they're about 8 feet apart, but they're both side by side, and then you run a wide receiver from this end, and it looks like traffic, like a big traffic. And if anybody collides,
right,
or if anybody has to move out the way a little,
or hesitates,
yeah,
or even if it's switched, maybe,
you got three guys just running past each other. See, I know you and I'm gonna be on your right hand. We might even smack hands. Like that might be a rule. Like I'm gonna run as fast as I can. You run as fast as you can by me, and we tap hands just to make sure nobody gets in between us.
Right.
But we're good. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
A defensive guy is going to hesitate because he's not allowed to run into me.
Right.
The defensive guy can't run into you. That's illegal contact. So they got to avoid running into me. And you and I cross side by side. Somebody's coming open.
Right.
Yeah.
And guess what we do? We also use the ref.
Well, it was another screen.
As a screen.
Right.
Yeah. So we make the defender have to get, sometimes when defenders, they just clean the ref out.
Is this what they did on, I think it was the Chris Bell play?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when you cross like that.
Actually, he had 2. Another one he had that Shuck threw him the ball. And he was running that. They ran that mesh. And if you go back and watch it, Chris Bell sees the ball about the time it's in his hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
He turns around. If you watch,
he's surprised by the ball.
He's like, oh, there it is.
It was like, oh, he caught it. Yeah. And I was like, because when Shuck threw it, I was like, I don't think he sees it. And then he saw it last second and caught it. Great catch. But yeah, that went for a few.
Yeah.
They didn't take that one back, did they?
No. Okay. No, that one went. It didn't.
I know
score,
it went out of bounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, point being, you felt like he knew he could come back and get that.
Yeah, so I think he might have felt like if we can just hold up here. And the thing was, what sucked was, I mean, it really was kind of our own doing a little bit.
That's exactly what the Georgia Tech sites say. Listen, hey, people, you want to get pissed off? Type in Georgia Tech versus Louisville reaction and go find some Georgia Tech people.
Really? Or are they just
arrogant? God.
Oh, they had the worst media guys ever. Look, that was the nerdiest group of human beings. I told Jeff Lightsey, I said, I can't say here because I mean they were the loudest. There was 5 of them, and they were the loudest bunch I've ever heard. And I'm talking, dude, just. Oh, wow, that was a twist on the defensive line there. I was like,
oh no.
Hey man, so then I start getting in my Jeff's like, are you seeing this, man? So then I notice, and then I start, you know how I get. So then I start getting like they say something and I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to be quiet.
Yeah, it drags you into it.
And then I can tell I'm starting to free Jeff. So Jeff is now, Lightsey's now feeling like, what is going? So then another guy comes over, leans over top of Jeff and starts talking to him. And Jeff's like, what are you doing, dude? Yeah, and I'm like, and so anyways, and then just I said a couple things. It got a little, I was just like, okay.
Yeah, point being the YouTubers that are Georgia Tech, I
think I hate Georgia Tech.
Basically. They're moving into that.
Yeah. And I don't even know what you're about to tell me.
What I'm telling you is they think 2 plays cost them the game, and they think they dominated. They're like, Louisville's not a better team than us. I mean, come on. I mean, they could barely run the ball. They could do this. And I was like, what game did you watch?
Yeah, what are we talking
You all
about
could barely run the ball.
When you listen to them.
You guys are fully healthy with a full crop of guys.
The guy says, man, just 2 dumb mistakes. And I mean, hey, you get on the road, you get a couple bad calls, and there's 2
bad calls.
Yeah, it was 2 unforced errors by us. And And I went to another channel, and I'm just like, and all of them are saying the same thing. We had the better team.
Well, let me tell you about bad calls. Georgia Tech.
No, they think they came to Louisville, got screwed. Period. Look, 2 dumb plays, and we got screwed.
German Shepherd puppy.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Look
what
at
a cutie guy. That's a cute little guy.
I think it's a girl.
Cute little girl.
The ears.
On that note,
yeah.
I'll reset the show. Take a quick commercial break.
Nick doesn't see gender in dogs.
Yeah, you don't know how that dog identifies, Steve. How dare you?
Like, 93.9.
Like a girl to me.
DeVille.
Looking for new flooring to increase your home value? Hi, I'm Doug Corfage with Corfage Floor Covering. We'll come to your home with samples.
I didn't know that.
And give you advice and suggestions on a product that fits your needs and budget. Call me on my cell phone, 643-6111. I don't want you to be okay with your floor. I want you to love it.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off.
Football season is back, and if you want to take your football fandom to a whole new level, there's no better place to go than Underdog Fantasy. I love Underdog Fantasy because it's fast and it's easy, and you can get started today. Win up to 1,000 times your money by choosing higher or lower on your favorite player's stats, touchdowns, passing yards, or anything else. More than 1 million fans got into the game last year. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward, and signing up is even easier. Just head to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com, sign up with promo code DRIVE939, and Underdog Fantasy will give you a free pick to use on your first Champions entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code DRIVE939 to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 18 or older and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. If you're concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Don't miss a second of the NFL this season. Westwood One is your exclusive radio home for every primetime and postseason game, and it's right here.
We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Hey, Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. In life, there are moments when the stakes are high and the decisions you make can forever change the outcome of your financial future. Buying or selling your home, that's one of those major league moments. Imagine this. If we're facing a major surgery, you wouldn't pick a cut-rate surgeon or someone offering a 1% discount, right? So why gamble with a cheaper option when it comes to selling your home? Go with a pro, someone who's recently named one of Louisville's 40 under 40, and call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team of agents at RE/MAX Empire understand the value of what's at play. They don't offer any gimmicks, and they definitely don't take shortcuts. They provide the full MVP treatment every step of the way. So when buying or selling your home, choose the team that goes the distance for you. At RE/MAX Empire, your goals paired with their strategy is a guaranteed recipe for success. I'm Steve Rummage, and I'm telling you, in real estate, don't settle for anything less than the best. Call Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or check out his website at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner, RE/MAX Empire at Motto Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Equal housing lender.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Meet Strongholds 46, the only industrial storage cabinet you'll ever need. Standing 4 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and strong AF, this American-made 12-gauge beast is built to last well beyond our 99-year warranty. With an 11,000-pound storage capacity, this is the perfect status symbol for your shop, garage, or facility. Get yours at strong-hold.com/46.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Linex of Louisville is now the Driver's Depot. Louisville's truck accessory source for the street, the strip, and the dirt. From lift kits, wheels, tires, and towing packages to protective coatings and spray-on bed liners. If it's for trucks, it's at the Driver's Depot. The Driver's Depot gives you unbeatable service and expert installation. Whether you're going for great looks or prepping for some serious off-roading, make the Driver's Depot your #1 source for car, truck, and UTV accessories. Check out their complete gallery online now at thedriversdepot.com.
Football is finally here, and Wing Zone has all your game-watching needs. We have specials if you're at home by yourself for game day or at the big tailgate. How about 10 boneless and fries for just $9.99? Or 40 boneless, 5 tenders and fries for the big tailgate for just $49.99. Pick up your order or have it delivered right at kickoff. WingZone.com. You got it.
Westwood One is your exclusive radio home for every primetime and postseason game, and it's right here.
We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today.
If you're currently working as a plumber, pipe fitter, or HVAC tech, you owe it to yourself to check out Local Union 502. Union Local 502 offers the best compensation in the industry. They pay journeyman wages over $40 per hour with a total benefits package of over $60 per hour. Plus, 3 pension plans for secure, stress-free retirement. Join Local 502. Apply at lu502.com.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial # law on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
Excited for the football season? Then don't miss your boost pack courtesy of BetMGM. Log into your BetMGM account today to receive your pro football boost pack, then apply the tokens from the pack to any qualifying pro football wagers, and you'll gain extra winnings and more. It's always fun to cheer for your favorite team and celebrate that game-winning drive. And now you can do that while getting in on all the action with BetMGM. Make your bets and play along with a full slate of games like never before with BetMGM's daily promotions, live betting options, original bets, and so much more. Log in or sign up today to get your Pro Football Boost Pack.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only, Kentucky only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary depending on market and expire 24 hours from issuance. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Wet basement or basement leak? Call Case Foundations Repair and Waterproofing, who uses state-of-the-art technology for basement and crawl space waterproofing and offers a lifetime transferable warranty. Put a local pro in the case. Call today and ask about their reduced and no-interest payment plans. Case Foundation Repair and Waterproofing.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
For you, simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Put a bow tie on the run game O-line because we kind of combined in that for the last second.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I don't know that it's something I'm worried about going forward. You know, like as far as,
do you expect, how different do you expect it to look in between this game and next game?
Well, Nick, will you look up what were the final stats from our running backs?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, or the run game in general. I do think that they will work on a few things as far as as far as going into every game's a little different with who you're playing, you know? So, I mean, there might've been, it's tough because everything changes so much game to game.
Game
you know
to game, yeah. Like,
and I don't know that I watched anything like we weren't getting just beat up front. So that would concern me more than anything. So I don't know if it was a couple times we just weren't, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you do something and it works. That's why people, you know, I used to drive around when people were on radio and I'm like, y'all are idiots. You can't think of a word. And it's like the word, you weren't successful at doing this or whatever. But anyways, the point I'm making is I don't know if it was maybe some scheme that just that you weren't successful at, but there weren't a lot of times that it felt like
you just weren't able to capitalize on,
or they just, you know, you ran the ball and they just whooped you up front and got you. I mean, there was a couple, but I mean, that's going to happen every game, whatever. So that would concern
and Georgia Tech run sells out. When they sell out on the run, it's like, okay, they predicted you were going to run and they sold out.
If I felt like I was just getting whipped up front, then I would have been worried.
Okay.
I didn't feel like that was the case. I just felt like the scheme we didn't execute. That's the word I was looking for. That we didn't execute some of the things the way we should have.
Detailed execution.
But that could be a game-to-game thing, too. We could have been asking them to do something that game that you may not.
And just like a hook block. You just didn't.
Where are you getting?
You didn't stand firm.
Does you know?
Did you give away on the? That's for screen, but
no. But I'll go back and look. I haven't got to really. I went back and watched the game, but I just had the one watch. I'm going to go back in the next couple of days and really dig in. But like a couple of I don't know where, you know, maybe were they blocked in an outside technique that you needed to, you know, needed to reach on, and he's one technique out now, so. You know, I don't know. So I'm
learning to recognize that.
But that part. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, I'm not concerned yet. Like it raised my eyebrow a little bit because it felt like we didn't. Do you got?
I got the stats. Donald Chaney carried 10 carries, 23 yards, 2.3 yards a carry. Tyler Shuck, 4 carries, 19 yards, 4.8. Kewan Brown, 5 carries for 10 yards. Isaac Brown, 3 carries for 7 yards. Duke Watson, 2 carries for 4 yards.
See, it's not great.
No.
It's not great. So
you know why you're not freaking out?
Listen.
You know why people aren't freaking out?
Because we won?
No. That's pretty funny.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah. It's my analysis.
Listen,
Is he on the game?
When you listen to those, numbers sound bad. It just doesn't sound like where we need them to be, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing: when you watch the game, you know what there was a lot of ankle tackles.
That's fair.
There was a lot of slips.
It's fair.
So you didn't feel in your mind that the plays weren't there. You felt like we didn't make the plays.
Yeah.
They, like I said, if you remember Donald Chaney bouncing it outside and you saw all that green grass and you're like, go, 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 and you saw it was there. And the one guy that could reach out early and clipped him and got away with it. But you're still kind of like, all right, it was there. It was there.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of plays that were there where you just like, okay, I need my guy to have a little more balance on that. I need my guy to.
That's fair.
Yeah. So if I'm in the running back room, I'm like, listen, it's funny. I mentioned it last week. Those coaches that don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
The coaches that don't want to hear it. Like, yeah, coach, he clipped my leg, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it. Make the play.
Yeah.
Hey, when Tyler Shuck and Donald Chaney's feet hit, you didn't know that, did you? Did you know that?
No.
That's what the safety came from.
Yeah. They got tangled up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know.
That's what I was saying earlier when I was saying like that was our doing.
Yeah.
The safety was our own doing.
I knew you were there, so I didn't know if you actually. Yeah. But but it's like one of those. No, it can't happen. I don't care. You got to get more yards.
Sure.
That was there to get you more yards. Let's go back and look at the tape. There's 4 yards there, and you only got 1.
Which goes back to where I may put. You asked me this earlier. I mean, I think I feel. I mean, I know I go to the O-line first because I just think O-line. But I probably put more blame on the running back
once you start kind of reliving it.
Yeah. Well, and I look at Donald Chaney a little bit more because I go, they're freshmen. Maurice Turner's out. You had a shot today. Mm-hmm. This is your game.
Mm-hmm.
But I also look at Donald Chaney and say, but you've been out for a while. This is game 1, and this is, somewhere Penny Boone's probably slamming into a wall. He's looking at his agent like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
This is your fault.
Yeah. You got me down here in UCF doing God knows what, and they need a running back. You're an idiot.
Hey, can I do the Amari Huggins Bruce thing?
Yeah. Can I come back?
Let me get to the phone lines. By the way, 8150-939 is the number. David, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, David.
Thank you very much for taking my call. I want to ask 2 questions really. Like the explosive plays over top the last couple of games. Is it because they're playing man-to-man a lot more? Or are they not playing like a little zone coverage over top of one safety? I know that, that I don't know if our corners, I know we're supposed to have some lockdown corners, but I think that Quincy Riley is exerting some energy doing punt returns and kickoff returns and things of that nature. So if our corners are playing press coverage or man up on them or, zone, and I see a few last couple of games they've been getting over top of us, and that's because they're looking in the backfield or what, because they will see some of the explosive plays, how we can control it when we get a little bit better teams we playing coming up, Miami and them places like that. If you could answer that, I'll elaborate on that a little bit. The other point is that do you think that, like, on special teams, like Quincy Riley being the punt return or the kickoff return, is that like a specialty that you like maybe have to take him off of that? Because I mean, if he's on that, he could get hurt on that, and maybe it's like he got injured a little bit. And I think that is there like a player that you go out specifically and look for that? Because I think punt returners and kickoff returners have a instinctively ability to find holes to run in, and I don't think that part of it has been explosive enough to keep the offense getting to the 35 or the 40 so far this year. You think it would change if you think Jeff would look for somebody in that, and why would you think Quincy Riley's on that? Thank you for taking my call.
Appreciate the call. First, let me say this.
Yeah.
I'd rather push the defensive parts of the second half.
Yeah, well, and the pass game in general.
Yes.
Because I want to get to Ja'Cory Brooks and some of the things we did there and the DBs in the second half. So that's what I was saying a second ago. I want to push that. The other part is, if anything's going to turn me heel against Jeff Brohm, it's going to be Quincy Riley. Returning punts.
And he's a limber.
I saw enough. Now, everybody I've talked to said he's fine and it's going to be okay to play Saturday. But
listen,
a good looking dude. Man.
You remember how Jamie Foxx said don't make eye contact with Prince?
With Jamie Foxx, you never actually look at him. You're like, I guess fell in love. I don't know. Weird.
Listen.
Yeah.
How many times did you see Quincy Riley and you say, Marcus said it?
Yeah.
Marcus said every time he gets up off the ground.
Well, and Moms knows that. And she knows we love Quincy. And I got to hang out with Moms. Happy belated birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Moms Kelly.
She come on the air with the guys. She was kicking it at the tailgate, having a good time, you know. And she knows. But I love him, and I'd love to see him out there on the field and giving
If his body was,
I think I'm done.
If his body was like Travis Hunter looking, if he was bulkier, you know, I'd feel more comfortable.
I think I've saw enough, man. Yeah, I think I'm out. I think I'm out on the Quincy Riley punt return. And when he got up and was after that one, it was like, we're done here. Not again. Like I said, all things sound like that. He's good to go and whatever, but it was still just like, I don't need that.
Right.
Can you imagine if I got to go to South Bend now without Quincy Riley because he was returning punts? You're making me mad.
He's going to be so mad at
you. Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't care, but I need less playing time for him.
Might just want to stay here because I think Brom's at 11. So we could just pause. Yeah.
We got Coach Brohm at 11.
Producer.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us know. We forgot.
Producing.
Well, while we're here, let me give everybody a quick reminder. It is Monday and Louisville did win again. So what happens? Go to KentuckyBranded.com. Here's the thing. You can use the code CardsWin20. CardsWin20. And you're going to get 20% off. Okay, now here's the thing. It's 48 hours after they win. So what's that mean? It ends tonight. Okay, it ends tonight at 11:59. So get on KentuckyBranded.com. Go ahead and get you some fresh gear. I know you're going to Notre Dame, and if not, I'm going to peer pressure and bully you all week. And we're going to get to that later in the week that you have to go.
Upgrade your gear.
But when you do, get on there. Go to KentuckyBranded.com. Cards win 20. And you're going to get 20% off. So go ahead and buy that jersey. Go ahead and do whatever you're going to do. I'm going to use it because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy my white Jeff Brohm jersey throwback to wear up to Notre Dame. And I'm going to get 20% off now. So it's Cards Win 20. Get 20% off. KentuckyBranded.com. Get on there and grab all your Louisville gear.
It was so disappointing listening to Paul Rogers talk about the last trip up to Notre Dame.
Oh, because how there was no people.
Yeah, it was zero. He was like, that was the first time I heard him. It was just like, I don't remember.
That is true. We did lose Jaire on that punt return up at Purdue. And I mean, that really changed that season, man. Like, you remember that? I mean, we were top 10 when that happened. And then you kind of you go up to Carolina. You get past Purdue barely. And you go up to Carolina, but then just Clemson just smokes you. And then we have a couple games where we're like, we're really missing Jaire Alexander.
No, Steve.
Yeah.
Do you remember what radio life was like when somebody in the other room was saying, I mean, these guys are acting like Jaire Alexander is like the biggest difference in the world. He's one cornerback. And Steven,
we're like, he shuts down an entire side of the field. And then he comes back and they have
Sweeney, you cannot believe what you're saying.
His first game back, we play Boston College and like they can't throw the ball. And everybody's like, man, this defense looks great today. We're like, yeah.
I was so mad back then. I was an emotional wreck over something that simple.
Yeah, it was like, come on. And shout out to him, man. He looked fantastic this weekend. Picked off Will Levis, which I would like to get him credit for, but I think I could probably pick off Will Levis, so I'm going to lick the sprinkle off that donut. Blankenbaker had a great tweet. He was like, somebody was like, he went Will Levis, Haynes King on that throw, and Blankenbaker's like, you never go full Will Levis.
That was a excellent play by Quincy Riley too.
Oh, it was smart, and I don't even know that he realized at the time, but it was just get your hands up, bat the ball.
No,
down.
he did. He did. He saw it.
He could have, yeah.
Spatial awareness. Just
The first couple of weeks for Levis as he goes to the air. It's intercepted. Jaire Alexander high stepping for 6.
Look at him, man. Just doing his thing.
Jaire Alexander is one of the most playmaker. Wait a minute. Do you have the other one? Nikki, do you have the one where Jaire was like, oh man, he said, I saw motion do. I said, oh, he fast. And then I said, and then I ran to the pick six. Do you have that one? That little quick interview? Jaire Alexander describes pick 6.
That was hilarious. And we are hanging here through the
first pick 6. Somebody gave it to me undisputed. Tag it back.
No.
Just some money in the stands.
You can
leave it at that, huh?
Did you keep the football?
Yes, I kept the football. I definitely kept the football. Had to. Might get a next on the way though. I guess
holding on to he's rocking a Louisville jersey.
He said a game-saving interception when he picked off Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. When he described it, it was like when you saw him, he was just like, you knew he was just a dude too. Like he's always just been.
I think we got Jeff Brohm coming.
Okay, well, never mind, Jared.
Oh, well, they just tweeted it out, so I don't know. Maybe I'm ahead of you. Sorry.
Look, I threw him
against one of the nation's best, so I know our team is looking forward to having a great week of practice, trying to get better each and every day, and going out there and trying to play our best on Saturday.
Pisses me off, man. I've been refreshing this motherfucker for like
Saturday, and you look
every other time, and then the one time I don't do it.
A couple of them were really long plays, so 69 yards, but really it took away a lot of yards.
Well, they were kind of unique penalties that we can get fixed. One was a screen that we're supposed to catch pen line of scrimmage. The nose tackle kind of didn't rush, so we had to get in the second window, and he went upfield a yard. The other one was an unfortunate block below the waist that we can't have on a little bit of a trick play, and then a couple untimely holding calls. So I just think for the most part this year we have been pretty good. We just got to make sure to clean it up as much as we can because, yes, it took away some big momentum swings for us.
Jeff, looking around the country, a lot of teams that brought in a quarterback in the transfer portal seemingly got it wrong. What's the key from your perspective in getting the right fit and getting someone who can ultimately perform in your system like Tyler has so far?
Well, there are risks involved without question. It's not like you can go fully scout them and get to know them. Things have to happen fast, and you've got to do your research, and you've got to trust what you see, but also get to know the individual as fast as you can because that position is very important. And luckily for us, Tyler's come in and done a great job and really led this football team really good through 3 games. And, of course, we've got many tough games ahead of us. But to this point, he's played very, very well and has been a great addition for us.
All right. Yeah. All right. Now, Nick's got me watching the board.
Season.
I mean, I can do it. I don't know how long he's going to be, but I get it. I'll tell you what, as soon as Tanner gets here, I'll run and get it real quick.
How much they'll want to.
And I'm not like no punk. I'm just doing it because y'all my guys,
resonates within a team.
Well, without question, when you lose to a certain team one year, maybe when
I'm going to take a picture of this. Nick has this the way he potted up.
And go above and beyond to
explode.
And so I'm sure they're going to do that. And first off, it's a very talented football team. I mean, really, really talented across the.
He had a quick meeting real quick he forgot about.
Coached. The defense has been outstanding. They want to run them.
Tanner's going to watch the board, but I'm just here because it's Brohm.
Turn it over and, presents challenges. When you face those type of teams, you have to find a way to kind of beat them at their game a little bit while still doing what you do well. So it will present challenges for us. Last year, we, just played very efficient football. They turned it over a lot, which really hurt them. The game was still close for a while until we broke a couple runs.
Have y'all took a top hour break yet? So we're going to take it after this? All right.
So, with Notre Dame, it's important to figure out a way to get a lead and to make them do some things that they're not as comfortable doing. And when you do that, then you can create a little bit of advantage. But until then, they're very talented, and they're going to challenge you, and it's going to be a tough game for us.
Jeff, being a Catholic from a Catholic school and growing up Catholic, did Notre Dame ever contact you? I know they contacted Brian and were at his school to talk to him, but were you ever a Notre Dame fan? I know you and your dad went to Flagey, so that's Big Paul Horning and that sort of thing.
No, they did. They recruited me a little bit later in the process. They had signed Rick Meyer at the time, who was only rated the number one quarterback in the country. So when they got down to me, even though they still wanted me, I would rather go somewhere and play and not have to fight that battle. And I can recognize talent as well. Knew that they already had really the guy they wanted. And then, of course, with Brian, he was heavily recruited by him. Maybe at the time the offensive structure maybe didn't quite fit exactly what he was looking for. But no, I have a great respect for their program and the history and tradition of Notre Dame, and for our chance. The chance for our team to go up and play in that atmosphere and our fans to go up again. I know it happened years ago for them, and they found a way with, to pull out the win. It'll be a great opportunity. So we're looking forward to it. This is big time football against one of the nation's best every year. And once again, this year, they're extremely talented and one of the nation's best.
Kind of bouncing off what Rick was saying, there's a real shot that you guys are the only ranked team they get at home this year. With that loss they had to Northern Illinois, they don't really have a lot of room left for error. How are you preparing, and maybe this is also just media talk, for a team that is going to really have their backs against the wall the rest of the year, and especially probably for this one?
Well, because the game didn't go the way they wanted last year, and because of what you said, we expect the best. I mean, they will be ready to play, and they will be fired up to win this football game. So that's why, we've got to, just worry about ourselves, have a great week of practice, and come ready to play. And we can't have a lot of mistakes, and we can't. There's things we have to correct from this past week that we can't do again in order to, keep this game close as long as we can and figure out a way to win in the end. So we, without question, expect their best, and they will be ready to play.
You faced their quarterback last year, Riley Leonard Duke. What's he kind of looked like to you on tape early so far this year?
Well, once again, he's very similar to the quarterback we faced last week in Georgia Tech. He can run the football. He can use his legs to win. They've done a good job this year of calling specific quarterback runs and making you defend against an extra blocker, which presents challenges. And then he still has the ability to throw the ball. So I just think it will be another really good test for our defense. We'll have to be really sharp. Not giving up big plays will be big. Not giving up big quarterback runs. It's one thing if you get 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 yards, but big runs will be a big play. And then, trying to stop the run and make them throw the ball vertically will be something we have to really concentrate on. But they're well coached, and they've utilized his talents very well to this point this year.
Jeff, you're waiting, I guess, to see on some things with Jaden. Where does he stand? Where does Maurice stand? Quincy, and you mentioned having some new pieces. Which guys do you need to kind of step up in those moments for a game like this?
Well, like everyone, we had a little injury bug this past week, and Jaden will be out for the year with a knee injury. DK Saunders on the special teams play will be out for the year with a knee injury, and Quincy will be a game-time decision. And Maurice, we'll see. I'm not optimistic. But we'll continue to work through that, and those things happen, and that's why you've got to have depth, and other guys have to practice every week like they're going to be on the field every play. And if they are, great. If they're not, they need to keep practicing every day like their number is called, because it will be called throughout the course of the year. And definitely this game will have some new pieces out there, and they'll have to perform well. He hurt his knee.
Yeah, something almost fall.
Obviously, in this day and age of college football,
I recovered.
Is a
pretty quickly from year-to-year basis. But how similar is this Notre Dame team from the one you faced last year?
I would have left if I fell back.
You know, it's very similar. I mean, on defense,
It would have been a wrap.
really good. And they're well coached, and they understand the package, and they challenge you, and they get after the quarterback. They hit him a lot.
I actually fell off a keyboard stool playing the piano at St. Stephen Church a long time ago. It was bad.
Highly ranked.
Keyboard bench just collapsed on me.
When Owen, his son, is a defensive end,
Playing soft music all of a sudden.
played for a long time. They're really good. The secondary, two outstanding players.
You know Rem Cosby, Marcus? And he killed me on the stage, boy.
You know, we'll have
I still don't like him, but he killed me.
be sharp in all aspects. And, of course, on offense, you know, they pride themselves on running the ball. And with this quarterback, it presents more challenges. He can run the ball, and he can throw it as well, but he will use his feet. They will have designated runs for him. They will make you account for him and all the plays and formations they have, which is challenging. And we have to prevent him from getting yards in the running game, and that'll be a challenge for us. And then they've been really good at it.
Can you speak about a little bit about your running game, limited to about 57 yards in the last game? You mentioned Maurice is out. What did you see on film as far as their performance, and what do you expect from the Notre Dame defense in that regard?
Well, it was not a great day for us running the ball. Sometimes that'll happen against good teams. Could we have done some things better? Without question, we could have. You know, we probably need to make sure we utilize certain runners on certain runs, maybe a little more specifically, and make sure we're doing what they do best. At the same time, if people are loading the box and they're putting some guys in there, unless you're going to use your quarterback as a runner a lot, you might have to take what they give you, and that means maybe throwing the ball and doing some things when you get those looks. But the teams disguise well now. They're not going to show you everything they do, so you just got to be good at both. And yes, being efficient running the ball helped us in the game last year. That really our defense's performance and our running game is what won us the game, and being efficient and not turning the ball over won us the game. So that, to this point, we have had 0 turnovers, and that's hard to do. And you practice it, you talk about it, but it's hard to do. But possessions will be vital this game, and that will be the starting point, is making sure we're aggressive but yet smart enough to not give them more opportunities and more possessions, because they will run the ball at you, and they will use the clock, and they will use the quarterback as a runner, and we need to try to find a way to get a lead.
Jeff, how many times did you play Notre Dame when you were at Purdue, and how'd you fare?
We just played them once at Notre Dame, and game was close. We didn't. They shut our offense down for the most part, and we turned the ball over some.
Do you want to go straight to break right after? All right.
One in the end and pulled away. Really, other than that was the only one.
Coached in all the major Big Ten venues. I think you took Western to LSU. You've been to Notre Dame. Is there anything in particular that stands out about the venue in your visit there?
Well, I think for fans, it is a great venue to come visit. There's a lot of tailgating going on. There's a lot of activities before the game that they take a lot of pride in. It's a college campus. Outside of the campus, that's the main sell is the campus, and it is a beautiful campus, and they are ready every Saturday for game day. So that is impressive to see. Of course, the stadium has been redone a few times. It packs them in there. It can get loud. It's a heavy dose of green and gold, and they do a great job. So it's winning there is not easy, and we understand that. But this is what you play for, what you coach for, these type of games. It'll be a great opportunity for our guys to see exactly how we stack up. You know what? No, I think I can't tell you. I can't remember exactly what it looked like years ago, but it was, at least average, better than average, and they do a good job. Well, this is a huge stage for our team to go up there and play in this atmosphere against a really good opponent, and can be a huge momentum swing in our direction if we can find a way to win. Without question, it gives your team credibility, and definitely elevates your program. So this is one of those games that you got to take advantage of. You got to come ready to play. You've got to give it everything you got. You got to lay it on the line. You got to be aggressive and take some shots, and you got to try to win. So our team hopefully will prepare well this week. I think we understand what this game means. It's important like every game, but this is just a great opponent in their venue that can be a special if we find a way to win.
Coach, well, do you expect Colin Lacey to be available for this game? What's his progress? And then did you get an interpretation from officials about the block below the waist call and then the timeout that they were granted there in the fourth quarter?
Colin, we're going to continue to try to get ready. That'll be a game time deal. I do not know yet whether that'll take place or not, but we will do our best. The block below the waist, you can't block below the waist. However you picture where that block was at, they're going to call that. It was right in front of the officials. So if he views that as below the waist, you can't do that. If it's around the waist, then of course there's a little bit of leeway there. And then on the timeout call, I didn't see the TV copy. I've heard that didn't happen before the snap, but I can't tell you for sure. I didn't feel it did, but I couldn't see the other sideline what was going on. I just thought it was such a pivotal play. We wanted the negative play, and it didn't go our way. So those things happen. You get some calls, sometimes you don't, but I don't know for sure if the timeout was before or not.
Jeff, you mentioned Riley's ability as a runner. One, how much do you look at what he did at Notre Dame to try and prepare for how they could use him? And two, how do you feel like you guys have progressed in defending the QB run game this year?
Well, we work hard at it. I wouldn't say we've been great at it. Jacksonville State quarterback ran for a lot of yards on us. Georgia Tech's quarterback ran some yards on us. So we've got to get better at it. And, the quarterback pulling the ball around the edge, we have plans for it. It wasn't executed once. The quarterback draw, we gave him too much space, and our safety and linebacker weren't in conjunction together, and he got some big yards. So there was just some things we got to do a better job of. And, now we did hit him. And there were times that we defended it well. We've got some negative plays and some yards for loss. It's just, it wasn't all the time. Now, is it always going to be all the time? No, it's not. But we do want to defend the quarterback run better. Riley is very good. They have designed runs for their quarterback. He's put up a lot of yards running. So we will have our hands full, and we need to have a really good plan ready. Okay, thank you.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
Meet Strongholds 46, the only industrial storage cabinet you'll ever need. Standing 4 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and strong AF. This American-made 12-gauge beast is built to last well beyond our 99-year warranty. With an 11,000-pound storage capacity, this is the perfect status symbol for your shop, garage, or facility. Get yours at strong-hold.com/46.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguiar here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurt in a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
At Holiday World's Happy Halloween weekends, the fun never ends. In fact, it's been sweetened. As the sun sinks low, there's a thrill in the air. Thunderbird, Hello Swings, ride if you dare. 500 drones in the sky start to swirl. Free soft drinks and candy, because it's Holiday World.
Happy Halloween Weekends is back at Holiday World weekends through October 27th. All your Halloween favorites, plus the all-new Kitty's 3D Candy Farm. Get tickets at holidayworld.com.
Lanning Paints is truly Louisville's hometown paint manufacturer.
We create architectural coatings for homes and ship our industrial and commercial products across the United States and even across the world. I am Aaron Lanning, and I am lucky enough to work alongside my father, Nick, who is our chemist and brainchild for our local brand. He is working daily to formulate finishes and coatings that will beautify your interior walls, basement and garage floors, driveways, fences, siding, brick, and more. Visit LanningPaint.com to learn more about us or call us at 245-0630 to reach our Middletown location or 612-2138 for Dixie Highway, where we proudly offer a full array of Benjamin Moore products. Lanning Paints, painting the USA from Louisville, Kentucky since 1983.
Can't get enough ESPN Louisville? Subscribe to us on YouTube at ESPN Louisville for live watch-alongs, play-by-play breakdowns with the coach, behind-the-scenes action in the bullpen, and more.
Your home for all things Louisville is Kentucky Branded, located at Shelbyville Road Plaza, your one-stop shop for Louisville fan gear, state pride, city pride, bourbon-themed items, apparel, derby gear, and more. And when the Cards win, you win. The sale is determined on how many touchdowns the Cards score. Each touchdown scores you up to 30% off. The sale will be valid after the win for 48 hours and will work in-store and online with the discount code that applies to that game. KentuckyBranded.com. Kentucky Branded, your home for all things Louisville.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bet. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. Terms and conditions apply.
So you just started working and you're finally
going 60. 60. All right.
That's why Commonwealth Credit Union created Power Checking, the incredible all-in-one account that powers your spending and with built-in high-yield savings grows your balance at the same time. No minimums, no limits. Visit ccuky.org/power to learn more. Power Checking only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you different. Insured by NCUA. Call us at 1-800-228-6420 for details.
Are you in need of new flooring to dress up your home or business? This is James Strebel, and I want to tell you about the pros that can get it done. Door-to-door flooring, your local professionals that specialize in bathroom remodels, hardwood installs, and refinishing, as well as tile and LVP. Door-to-door flooring is there to help you every step of the way, including the design process. Schedule a quote today at d2dflooring.com and receive 10% off labor when you mention ESPN Louisville. Schedule your free quote today.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Midday to Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Let me take a second to give a huge shout out and special thanks to one of the newest members of the team. That would be One Kentucky and a Pump Sales for every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentucky and a Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckyAndPumps.com.
I do want to say before we get back into football.
I was waiting for my pump me up.
Oh.
Tanner. Should I blame Tanner or Nikki?
Blame both.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let's blame all of them.
I blame Zach.
There we go. Let's blame Zach. Yeah, good call.
I'm listening.
Before we get back into football, and I do want to get right back into football, Ty Spalding did have a report this morning from CardinalSports.com over at the Rivals Network that Mikael Brown
5-star point guard, number 7 player in the country, is going to be taking an official visit to Louisville this weekend.
Okay.
So that's one of those stops and that gets your attention.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, all right, 5-star, number 7 player in the country. I can listen to that.
I might have to go do a little YouTubing of him.
You won't be disappointed.
Mm-hmm. yeah, I imagine that.
Anyways, so Todd seems to have the inside track on that, so you might want to get over there to cardinalsports.com, check that out, because that is
cardinalsports.com.
And there's no game here this weekend, so they can kind of just roll out the red carpet for him, man, and really lock in. Sometimes games are always good, but I do think sometimes we overanalyze like how much it matters to have a game.
You ever listen to Chris Webber tell the story about how he was going to go to Michigan State? Or Chris Webber.
I don't think I have.
Chris Webber tells the story about taking a visit to Minnesota or something.
Yeah.
And they took him to a game. He was like, why would you take me to a game? I'm from Michigan.
Look, it's freezing cold.
Yeah. He was like mad. And then he ended up running into an AD, or somebody took a picture of him in a suite shaking somebody's hand.
Yeah.
And that ended up being a violation.
Yeah.
So he couldn't go to Michigan State. So he ended up going to Michigan.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
yeah.
Yeah. It was just.
But I don't know. I think sometimes people are like, oh my God, he's coming in on a bye week. And I'm like, they might have, not a bye week, but we're not here. They might have did that on purpose.
Because some kids want to have fun on their visit. Some kids want to. What can you do for me? And I don't need.
And the number 7 player in America probably wants to know what you can do for him. Look, financially, coaching wise,
I don't need to have fun.
And what's funny is when you talk about the top 10, 15 players in the country, it's funny because you think they're just coming in, they want a number. I'll tell you, it's kind of funny that that's not really the case because they know they have money coming.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know, okay, what separates you from Kansas?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what can you do
if
for
it's
me?
just $1? Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, because I know I'm getting money.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people just think, oh, well, a kid like that, he comes in. You know who does kind of do that, though? The 40th player.
Mm-hmm.
They come in, well, what can I make?
The transfer. The dog transfer from Austin Peay.
Well, yeah.
He negotiates.
Yeah.
He's an adult.
But hear me out.
Numbers.
Louisville lost a kid this weekend to Alabama. London Jemison. He was ranked around 40th, right? Really good player.
Mm-hmm.
By all accounts, he visited here. They loved it. This was the best spot for him. He felt like it was the best spot for him. He loved the pitch when he was here.
Uh-huh.
He fit into the system better here. He signed with Alabama because they offered him the money. Number 7 in the country is like, I'm going to be a millionaire in 7 months. So multimillionaire. So I know you're going to pay me. It doesn't really matter to the number 7 player.
We both know what the market is.
If Kansas says, well, we're going to give you $2 million, and Louisville says, well, we can only give you 1.5. That's not going to be a difference in a kid who knows he's going to be in the NBA in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going, okay, what can you on top of that though?
But their handlers doing that.
That's the point. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The kid actually, it's funny that sometimes I think we believe that those guys, those players, like a top 5 player just comes in and says, what you pay me? That's all I care about. It's like, it's kind of the opposite. They have a business. They've been getting paid. So they don't care.
They've been getting Nike money already.
Dude, I'm at a prep school. I'm playing down here at IMG. You don't think I'm getting money? Like, forget you.
I'm going to be comfortable.
Yeah. But anyway, but a big visit this weekend. So shout out to PK getting it done, man.
I'm looking forward to getting into practice too.
Yeah, I've ignored the text line, but text line said, speaking of players, I got to meet Terrence Edwards Jr., Rain Smith Saturday. Great young men, super nice. They're ready to go.
That's a good endorsement.
Went to Notre Dame when we won there a few years ago. Of course, there were Kentucky fans in our sections rooting against us. That's okay.
That's pretty funny.
Somebody said, and then we're getting into some of the press conference stuff. So we can get back into there, which I think will take us into the passing game.
Press conference. Speaking of passing game, trick play.
Mm-hmm. It's a great play.
That's a great play.
It was a great play, and it was a terrible call.
He blocked him low, Steve.
No, he did not.
He blocked him low.
No.
I thought.
I totally disagree. That one I'll fight you on. I totally disagree. You cannot, as a defender, jump in the air and then I get called. Okay, well then why don't all defenders just jump?
They do.
I would every time. I jump.
Take them out.
I just jump in the air and be like, oh, chop block. Like, no. Katarius Hicks had a great block on that, man.
They want him. They want him to sacrifice.
Yeah, I know. No, that one, they screwed us on that one. Like that one.
That was a good play.
Actually, that one and the timeout were the two that I was like, okay, those two are the most egregious calls. Like, you cannot tell me that call's right.
The referee is trained to give the coach the benefit of the doubt through the echo.
Yeah.
You know, they say play through the echo of the whistle.
It's fair.
You play through the echo. You let the play happen. What other game was that? Where a coach? Oh no, it was the first game of the year. It was Baltimore, Kansas City, when the assistant called timeout.
That's right. The assistant called the timeout. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
And he's like, my bad.
Yeah. Do you mean the assistant coach called that timeout?
My fault.
Yeah, no, but
wait a minute, stop. Louisville. Audio department. That was the lowest press conference volume post game. I could not hear my coach. I could barely hear my quarterback. If we need to send some people over from 93.9 to run the audio, we need more volume on the coach. It was so low. Come on now. Okay.
I think you're all doing a great job over there.
Yeah,
keep up the good work.
You don't want Nikki V there running the audio.
Yeah,
break something.
Yeah, let us come over there and screw it up worse.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No, but they but anyways, yeah, that part of it drove
that
me nuts.
Screenplay, that was a good call.
They were now we'll say this. Ja'Cory Brooks. It's you know, we kind of mentioned it before the season started, and it was like, why are we not, you know, Colin Lacey, which by the way, Colin Lacey was out. I'm feeling a little more comfortable. I think we might see him Saturday. I think we'll definitely see him against SMU. He was out there running routes. I mean, he was in full gear. He was going through full workouts. Now he was not playing.
Contact. Yeah.
He was not playing on this Saturday. But I mean, he's full route catching.
I heard Blankenberg say he took his helmet just to make sure he didn't get any fight.
Yeah. Like get out.
Yeah.
I still don't know. I'm still gonna operate like we probably won't see him this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do, great. I'm gonna assume we probably won't though until we get told different. I'm assuming that would be something that we will not find out until the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, okay, he's gonna go. But point being, so it looks like that will come back. But here's the thing. I know we all got caught up in the rankings and with Colin Lacey, and I think Lacey's gonna be an absolute stud.
Mm-hmm.
But we both brought this up the week leading up to the first game and stuff. It's like,
you got to do.
Are we not giving enough credit that we have an Alabama starting wide receiver that come in and it's kind of like, well, yeah, but this guy's ranked higher. It's like, look, this guy played in the SEC, started games at Alabama.
Yeah, game-changing.
Yeah,
game-changing plays in the SEC.
Yeah, and now you're kind of reminded over the first three games that you're like, oh, he is a superstar.
Go over the pass interference play.
Yes. Okay. So the pass interference play.
Make these listeners appreciate the pass interference play.
Here's the thing. What do 88% of receivers do if you get a pass interference that's that egregious? They have your jersey, pull full hand grip in the jersey, spin him around.
And you sell it.
He knows. I see the ref pulling that flag out because he's right there when he spins around.
You can see in your peripheral.
Most receivers will go, and I wouldn't, and if he had done this, we wouldn't be mad at him. If he had gotten that and then just let's go,
because if you shake off the defender and you keep fighting for the ball, you might not get it.
Yeah, you might not get the call.
Yep.
Absolutely right. So
Instead, Ja'Cory Brooks in the postgame says, well, the ball hadn't hit the ground yet. So there was a play to be made. Ja'Cory Brooks even brought it up. He said, we don't play with officials in practice for that reason, because they teach us make a play. There's not pass interference in practice.
My son said it, Steve.
Yeah.
He said it years and years ago with the coldest tone I ever heard him say. My son said, they don't call holding the SEC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to give him an out because he got, he almost had a sack or something. He got tackled, right? And I thought he was going to be disappointed. And just the way he looked at me, he almost like he didn't even remember the play I was talking about.
Yeah.
And he's like, they don't call that in the SEC.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like Brooks probably didn't think he was going to get the call.
Right.
Like he saw it, of course. But yeah, just that's that kind of stuff and competitive extra focus is what makes you different.
Well, and for one, yeah, I mean, we could do a whole segment on just the part of try to spin around and then find the ball in the air. Like, it's tough, man. Yeah. So, but the beautiful thing was, it's nice to have on film when you go watch their DB. He quits. Brooks don't. So that's why I go to Georgia Tech blogger and Georgia Tech YouTube guy, and I go, you guys are better than us? Well, let me show you this play.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you're not us.
And let me show you a linebacker. He can't guard our guys.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Great story.
Let me show you Jamari Johnson.
Look, England, soccer player.
Yeah, look, wearing a neck roll.
Bird, yeah.
Yeah, like.
You think you're, who am I thinking of? Katzen Moyer.
I have no idea.
You don't remember that name?
Mm-mm.
Type in Katzen Moyer.
I have no idea.
Katzmoyer, something like that.
Okay.
Ohio State.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Big neck roll.
He was like the Brian Bosworth. He was who's your boy? Number 99 defense linebacker. He was like one of them Urlacher guys.
Yeah.
But you looked at him and you thought he was like he eats your family. Like
yeah. Well, the first thing popped up was his mugshot. I don't know what he did. But
I don't know what he did. But listen, he was one of those guys that you say we always need, Steve.
Yeah. That's fair.
That you don't mind, like this is a high risk, high reward player.
Yeah.
Being on your team. But he was a monster for Ohio State.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
he was a
1999.
Yeah.
First round pick.
He was a monster.
Andrew Katzenmoyer.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, Sports Center loved him.
Yeah, he's a big dude, man. Yeah. Well, and that's what this guy was wearing, and it's like, yeah, that guy he can't stay with my tight ends. Like, at all.
Are we gonna mix in the tight ends with the wide receiver?
I would just to pass. I was gonna do Shuck and just kind of mix it all in, even though I know we won't get to all of it.
Yeah. We have to pull it 50.
Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get to everything today.
We missed the we will be short of break if we don't put 50. So okay, so where are we at right now?
Yeah. Well, I was.
We haven't even touched the defense yet.
No, and defensively, listen, I thought it was a pretty good game. They give up 17 points. I guess we ended up with 19, but that wasn't them. But so 17 points given up by the defense. What?
But Brohm only scored 17.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, I didn't think it was a bad game. From the defense. So,
just
I was going to bring it up.
A couple gashes.
David called in the first hour and said something about, am I worried about us getting beat over the top? And that's where
David, we were planning on revisiting that.
But. Yeah. I come back and say, no, I'm not.
Listen, that dude Singleton.
Yeah.
Is a stud. He's going to beat you sometimes. They're going to listen. The one at the end of the half was a broken play. Was a broken coverage.
Yeah.
I think that was a broken coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Neal, you could see he knew he was burnt.
Sure.
Yeah, he let a guy sneak through the middle. The the Quincy Riley catch was just that kid got on his horse.
I just got him.
Yeah, he got him.
That was the point I was going to bring up. Was we said it last week, to be a All-American corner, you got to be good. You got to be able to be good 40%, 60% of the time. 60% of the time, you're an animal. Like, I mean, you're going to get beat, and that kid's good.
That was
Rutherford. He's good.
Oh, yeah, you're Rutherford. Okay,
yeah,
you're right.
He's
You're
the
right.
one to beat Quincy over the top.
Listen, you watch that replay. That kid started off on his horse, and he had some acceleration, and Quincy's running with him.
You know what makes Quincy great?
And
it wasn't a touchdown. That's what makes Quincy great.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, that's a touchdown on a lot of people.
Yeah. And
we got Kyle on line 1.
Okay. Oh, look, well, let's get to the phone lines really quick. Kyle, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, guys? I remember a couple weeks back, we made some promises about painting up for the Georgia Tech game, Steve.
Listen, I know. I have no excuse. I had some circumstances this game that I was like, I'm just not doing it.
There's always circumstances.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not going to do it this week.
I bold faced defended you to the end of time.
It's fair, man.
This man's going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed.
No, you should be.
I'm going to leave that there. Next point is, I don't know nobody's talking about this, but if you guys watch during the Jacksonville State game, during the Georgia Tech game, we're doing a platoon system with our safeties. We are substituting our backup safeties at the end of halves. Both games, we've done it multiple times. Neal and Hutchinson, I think that's the other safety behind McDonald and Griffin. And both of those guys are coming in, and we're giving up last minute before the half plays over and over and over. I don't know what's going on. Nobody's talking about it. I'm screaming at the TV or at the game. I'm screaming, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then boom, boom, boom. But that's really my only complaint. All right, boys.
Appreciate the call.
I appreciate it, man.
Listen, who's more egregious? Neal at the end of the half or Jalen Reeves-Maben at the end of the half?
Just losing his cool. Jalen losing his cool.
Tanner, did you see Jalen with the worst penalty of the entire NFL weekend?
I did not.
Listen, Detroit Lions are in control of the game, right?
Just very immature.
They're in great control. Steve and I noticed number 42 on the Detroit Lions is getting into a back and forth. So they're basically in a prevent defense. A little tight end gets the ball on a 5-yard gain, and then here comes Jalen the Dragon Steamboat. Just elbows the guy on the top of the head, extra 15 yards. Now they're in field goal range. Now it's 20-13 instead of
I
was worried for him.
Yeah. And he couldn't have said anything that bad. Oh, 42, you smell like poop. What'd you say? Jalen's one of those guys now. He takes everything so serious now. He's like, hey, good play on special teams. It was a great play. Jalen, calm down.
They're going to pay, buddy. I was worried about that. Okay, what else? Quick takeaways.
Lamar's, he's mid.
Steve is slowly separating from Lamar. Little by little, he's finding ways.
I did yesterday. He's okay. No, Lamar's great. Cowboys deserve that. Derrick Henry wanted to be a Cowboy. He let that be known. And for some reason, Jerry Jones decided Derrick Henry wasn't good enough for the Cowboys, so he deserved 133.
He heard about Derrick Henry's meal plan.
That's pretty crazy.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not."
He deserved to have that mammoth rumble all over us yesterday.
He didn't eat till 4 or 5 o'clock every day.
I think I'm one loss away from just saying tank.
we in week 3 and Steve is like,
I'm like,
tank. Look, tank, bro. Who would you tank for?
If they lose to the Giants, I'm like, just tank.
Who would you be tanking for?
Tank for Travis. I don't know. Travis Hunter.
He's going to get Shadur, and he's going to be promoting his mistake after losses.
Dak just got paid. If Dak hadn't got paid, I would have said Jerry Jones is absolutely going to draft Shadur Sanders, but they won't.
It wouldn't be too non-Jerry to draft a guy,
that's
though.
Fair. Now, it wouldn't be, even though the reason everybody gets mad at the Cowboys, though, as a Cowboys fan, is they usually draft pretty well.
Did you hear? Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear that comment? Did you hear the radio announcer for Baylor?
No.
Type that in, Tanner.
I did watch that game.
Listen.
Oh, yes.
Did you
When they
hear him?
caught
Yes. Listen, that
I won't spoil it, but
that commentator has a demon in him.
Yes.
That
was awesome.
He has a demon in him.
That was awesome.
Did you find it?
I can't help it. I'm rooting for Colorado, dude. I can't not. Like, even though some of the stuff with the media has been a little annoying, I'm like, Dion, you're asking for it, dude. And like you show signs of being a little bit of a novice sometimes as a head coach. And I'm like, you're bringing it on.
Novice under a microscope, nobody's business.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Include that, yeah.
But I'm like, and sometimes I feel like you're kind of bringing it on, but I'm still like, I'm rooting
and he
for
can't
him.
run from it because he'll get smushed.
Sure.
Yeah, he'll get steamrolled.
But yeah, I find myself, and Travis Hunter, I mean, he's the best player in the country. Like, if the Heisman's a true award, it's over. That's the best player in America.
I can't. Can you not find it?
Philip draws back the pass. He's airing it out. It's going to be long. No!
If you're listening to that, did you like
play that one more?
Somebody died?
That is pain. That is true. Look, I hate Deion Sanders. I can't have this happen.
Philip draws back the pass. He's airing it out. It's going to be long. No! No!
That was that was not like this. Please, God, no.
You're like, somebody killed somebody on like it was the most brutal injury of all time or something.
I've never heard a reaction to it.
I'll say this, man. Between that and then Travis Hunter makes that play, and then you see him make that play at the goal line. Like, that kid is the best football player in the country. You can like him, not like him, whatever, but you can't deny, like, there's not I don't know that he'll win the Heisman because, I mean, right now I think they got him up. I saw the odds come out today. I think he's the favorite. But I mean, you got Cam Ward, you got Quinn Ewers being out, obviously. But you know how that Heisman goes. But to me, it's a no-brainer, man.
I would like Cam Ward to play against a good team outside of the state of Florida,
I'm kind of with you on Miami. Like,
I think he's very
slowly good. Like, I like that Miami's good and they're getting this because I do think they're ultra talented. But it does make you go. I look at their schedule and I'm like, well, we'll see. Because they're not going to play anybody really before they get to Louisville. And then they're going to walk into Cardinal Stadium. And I'm like, okay.
I'm scared of Miami, Steve. I'm never confident with Miami.
Oh, no, I mean, listen, I'm with you. But I'm like, I'm kind of with Tanner on that one. I'm just trying to keep it quiet.
As always, 8150-939. It's always the number. 3831-939. It's always the text line. The